It's the NFL on EA Sports. And up next is one of the best nicknames in football, Sauce Gardner. He got the QB not once, but twice last week with a pair of interceptions. It's the Barons and the Dolphins coming up next.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Brooklyn Barons and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their -3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, our visitors, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. They'll come out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Throwing to start the drive. Moore. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time,
well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to it.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one, and their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Ward. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
An absolutely dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him on 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Fielded at about the 28. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Tua going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Harper. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Tua now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers.
And room there to work it inside the 25. The numbers for him from a week ago, 15 carries, 58 yards.
You know he's proud of his standing as the league's number 3 rusher, and those linemen in front of him, they're just as proud, but they all have the same goal in mind. Get him to number 1 in the league and celebrate a rushing title at the end of the year. That starts with a good game here.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harper. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Looking to throw again on second down. Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but well, the thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15, and he feels like he can get it done.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 88 yards.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On the carry, it's Holmes. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Now Ward to throw on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Ward, off play action. Holmes has got it complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47.
They'll run with Holmes.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Moore.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. They'll run. This is Holmes.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Operating from the gun, Moore. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 34.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Moore. Touchdown! From 3 yards out.
And the Barons are back within a score.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Tua.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this 1st quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And after the interception, they'll take over with good starting field position here. Down by 2 as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Holmes.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Moore.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A give up the middle to Akers.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On first down, Tagovailoa.
Over the middle, complete. That's Harper. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Here's Tua.
He finds his man, complete. It's Bush.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Looking to pass. Tua.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bush.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Second and 9. They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Now Tua.
This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run here with Akers.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Through one quarter, 9-7 our score. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Again, it'll be Akers.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year.
as his guys are able to extend their lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Now Joey Slye for the point after. And that makes it a 9-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Ward. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. A run now with Holmes. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 16 yards, a first down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Ward now, looking to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. To throw is Ward from the gun on 3rd down. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw complete there to Smith. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taking it about the 36. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Ward. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
On 2nd down now, it's Holmes. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive. And there's the running back, Cam Akers.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, they get downfield for the extra blocks.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Tua.
He finds his man, complete. That's Bush.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Tua sets up to pass it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
52 yards on the ground for him so far.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Akers again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. Akers is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Sly on for the extra point.
And that will make this a 16-point lead. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards.
And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This caught. Reception by Holmes.
Finding space at the 40.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll run on 1st down. Holmes. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Here's Ward to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Now Ward on 3rd down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Here's Jake Bailey now.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away.
The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive. There's the running back, Cam Akers.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On 2nd and 1, Tua. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll run a draw now with Akers.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Moore trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with a football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back. Drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. On now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Bush. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Tua, a final shot before half. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the home team who are out in front. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. The Colts seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Cooper Kupp, a touchdown reception. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've got the lead here as they begin this drive, trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth from the loss last week to the LA Chargers. Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 30 on second down, Tua buying time to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Ward throwing to start the drive. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. But their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, at the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Holmes, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down, it's Holmes, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. On 1st down, Holmes. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 113 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the 1st down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Up the middle they go. It's Holmes, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Barons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. And that almost makes it a brand-new ball game. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 20. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tua going to throw.
Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's pulled in at the 32. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And they'll send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Harper. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Harper.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Bush. They'll run here with Akers. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From just shy of midfield,
Tua. And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Looking to pass. Tua.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. They'll keep it on the ground. Holmes, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Ward now to throw on 3rd down. Being chased out, and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is fielded at the 27.
The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive, and there's the running back, Cam Akers.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Tua. He finds his man, complete. It's Harper. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Tua to throw again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Bryce Hall.
And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
We have played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Miami. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Ward. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. To throw is Ward. On third down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And it's going to lead him to fourth down.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This from 36 yards out. The kick by Carlson is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Tua sets up to pass it. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Tua now on 1st down.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Here's Akers.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 138 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here's Ward on 1st down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll run with Holmes. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work in the office, doesn't it?
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Holmes, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now Ward looking to throw on second down. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. This offense so far on third down, they've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So they bring out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. And this one too low. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Tua. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. He'll bite, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Ward throwing on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
They'll run. This is Holmes.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Ward now to throw on 3rd down. And he'll just get rid of it. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Well, following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
On the carry, it's Holmes.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On third down, Ward. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. And taken right at the 35. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Miami set to take over.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Ward. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. I mean, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. After the turnover, it's Tua. Forced out to his... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And out will come the offense as they take over. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Moore. He's got the connection to Moore. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here we go on 4th down. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Taken down at the 30.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Going right back to Akers.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's a run by Akers.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Down to an Eagles Tua, and that should just about do it.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Miami, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.